Hey, let's keep talking about dirt. Specifically how to build a compost bin and how regenerative agriculture can help us limit our impact on climate change, as well as clear up your house of some waste. To get started with composting, you don't need a bunch of fancy dirt, or worms are helpful but not necessary. You just need something to put it in. I'd recommend using something you already have, like an old storage bin, or you have an old metal bin laying around with a lid. That can also be super helpful. You can start even with something as small as this, or in something as big as an old canoe. For the sake of this video, I'll be using an old bucket, a hammer, and a screwdriver. I may recommend using nails and not a screwdriver, but whatever you have works. These tools are important because you need drainage holes along with oxygen, but we'll get more on that later. To put drainage holes into your compost bin, whether it's a bucket, something made out of plastic or metal, it may take some different tools, but for this one, it's fairly simple and it's things I can use around the house. For drainage holes, you want them both in the bottom as well as all over, so you can get an excess of oxygen flow as well as any sitting water out of your bin. In my last video, I made a comment of, is it stinky? It's not. Only sitting water is, and that's what usually causes mold or anything like that. If you have drainage holes, hopefully that won't happen. I went and grabbed some nails for backup just in case, but let's put some holes in. All right. This may take a while. Please don't hit your finger. Try not to. Alright, the holes are a little hard to see on camera, but you also can see I definitely cracked the bottom of mine. But that's alright, makes the water come out that way. Alrighty, the more fun part. Let's start putting stuff in there. To start with first, I've chose some brown material, which is going to be sticks, dried leaves, like I talked about in my last video. Sticks are really good for the bottom because they are great for, again, creating drainage and encouraging it. On top, I'm going to go in with the sandwich method of more brown leaves. Brown matter. After adding in enough brown substrate, you're able to put in your green substrate, which is nitrogen-filled food waste that lives in your... 1 part's being food waste, the other 3 parts being brown waste.